1923 Season 2, Episode 4 was filled with yet more bombshell reveals about the Dutton family's story, and several different pieces look primed to fall into place. The entire cast of 1923 Season 2 has been feeling the effects of a very harsh winter all season long. For example, Zane Davis, Brian Garrity, learned he needed brain surgery. Elizabeth, Michelle Randolph, was bitten by a rabid wolf, and Alexandra, Julia Schlepfer, was mugged by a pickpocket and nearly missed her train. 1923 Season 2 has been incredibly dark and dreary so far, so the bright spots Episode 4 brought was very appreciated. While 1923 Season 2, Episode 4 was brighter than its predecessors, it also had its fair share of darkness. Zane's surgery was stomach-turning, Alexandra's mugging was visceral, and Donald Whitfield, Timothy Dalton, continued his most controversial storyline. However, Elizabeth also announced her pregnancy, Zane's surgery was successful, and Teonna Rainwater, Amina Nieves, and her group had a few fun moments with the Cowboys. A lot happened in 1923 Season 2, Episode 4, and it's all worth going over once again. In 1923 Season 2, Episode 3, Zane Davis discovered that he needed brain surgery to release blood from inside his skull, and he had to do it without anesthesia. Fortunately, Zane's brain surgery was a massive success, and though it was a gruesome and painful process, he should make a full recovery. In fact, Zane looks like he's going to have a remarkably fast recovery. Just seconds after putting a bandage on the open wound in his skull, Zane was walking and talking like normal. Zane's life-threatening injury seems to be gone as quickly as it happened. If Zane continues to recover at such a surprising pace, he could very well rejoin the Duttons' fight against Banner Creighton, Jerome Flynn, and Donald Whitfield, Timothy Dalton. Some of the first words out of Zane's mouth were asking if Jacob, Harrison Ford, was going to take the fight to them, so it seems that Zane will be back in the proverbial and literal saddle in no time. Zane may even be able to start fighting before Spencer, Brandon Sklenar, even gets back to Montana. Jacob said it best, one calamity has been dealt with. Just after Zane's miraculous recovery, the Duttons got another bit of good news. Elizabeth, Michelle Randolph, discovered she was pregnant with Jack's, Darren Mann, child after getting her rabies vaccination. That news immediately got Elizabeth out of her poor spirits, and it may even be enough to convince her to stick around in spite of all the troubles she's had with the Yellowstone Ranch in winter. There was even a funny moment when Jacob thought that the talk he had with Elizabeth had turned her and Jack back into puppies, only for Kara, Helen Mirren, to bring him back to earth. Elizabeth's pregnancy could also solve a big Yellowstone mystery that has been hanging over 1923 for quite some time. John Dutton II, the father of Kevin Costner's John III in Yellowstone.